Listen, I get why everyone's hating on Speed Yu-Gi-Oh, but please watch this video, and at the end of the video, I promise you'll have a slightly, if nothing else, a slight change of opinion on it. Maybe. Whatever. Check it out. Yugi Bros! So I get why a lot of people are shunning Speed Yu-Gi-Oh! Speedio? Yu-Gi-Oh! I get why a lot of people are against it. It has nothing to do, no bearing at all on current Yu-Gi-Oh! And because it's starting in the brand new realm of, what Duel Links was essentially 2 or 3 years ago, you're going to get a lot of cards that just aren't good. And the tournament pack, a lot of people think is a joke because you're just getting cards that aren't tournament relevant, Like, foil Blue Eyes White Dragon. Not that we have a million of those. Wonder Wand. Great. We just got one in that last pack, Infinity Chasers. So, I understand where people are coming from on the whole. This doesn't support current Yu-Gi-Oh! But I want to kind of look at it differently than a lot of people are looking at it. I definitely am not one to talk. I bashed Speed Duels in the beginning because I looked at it as just a pointless gimmick. Another pointless gimmick that Konami continues to make when they reprint old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I get the nostalgic behind it, but you do this so much that there's almost no more nostalgia anymore. You get the God cards every other year, you get every other year you get an Exodia, you always get a new Blue Eyes, a Dark Magician, so on and so forth. So I understand where it kind of kills, the flair of it, so to speak. But Speed Duels, I feel like, is something that people aren't really looking at. I definitely didn't look at it from the beginning. It's not something that I really paid attention to. But the fact that Konami is going out of their way to make tournament packs for this tells you that they have a plan. And the plan is they want this to be a format. Konami's never had, Magic has a million formats. Konami's never had a successful second format. Traditional is not a successful format. I understand you can have tournaments with it, but no one really cares. And we've always had advanced, and that's always been competitive, and that's it. And that's all we've ever had. This is the first time we've ever had a separate format that can be playable. Duel Links has already proven it, except the reason I like this better than Duel Links is A, you can trade, B, you can sell. There's a market for this. And Duel Links, anything you buy, your money goes nowhere. It goes to Duel Links and that's it. In this game, I can pick up cards and I can move them and I can sell them and I can get investments back. And that's been a huge thing with me in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. So I feel like that's a perfect example as to why Speed Duels is something that, in the long run, can be a very, very healthy and affordable thing. And that's the other thing. Affordable. Oh my god. Everyone that complains that competitive is too expensive, play Speed Duels. Speed Duels is the way to be competitive without, spending infinite dollars on everything. I understand Dupo just came out and reprinted a bunch of the old stuff, so Impermanence isn't 100 anymore, but 40 still for 3 of them is 120. A lot of people think that's already too much, and I understand their logic there. You want to play Speed Duels, the most expensive card in the game currently is Sphere Karibo at $16 to $17. Play set of that, 50 something, you'll be fine. Everything else is cheaper. You can play this game for less than $100 and have the most competitive deck. And even if you don't play something like Sphere Karibo, there are other substitutes that work. I don't know how much Konami ever playtests their normal cards, because it always seems like they kind of screw it up because there's always something getting hit in the next ban list. But with this, I feel like they've definitely thought it through a little bit more, and there are substitutes for things that are too expensive. Perfect example is D-Spell and Twister. Twister, which used to be $1 when the set first came out, is now a $6 to $7 card. D-Spell is the perfect budget option if you want to call it budget. Twister being at $7, that's what, the third most expensive card in this game? Third or fourth, next behind Call, Sphere, and maybe Michizuri. I think what people don't realize is that cards like D-Spell, I don't think anyone realizes how powerful this can be right now. And everyone's gonna look at this and be like, "That's ludicrous. Like, why? With D-spell, like, this pops a face-up spell or a face-up spell, guys. It pops a face-up spell for free. Twister pays 500 life points. Yes, it's a quick play. I get that. But in situations where Blue Eyes is playing Stamping Destruction, and that card is like the end-all be-all, if they're playing it, and they knock out your one back row, like, against Amazons is the perfect side deck. You bring this in to pop their Heirloom, or you pop their field spell, and that's it, right? It's very good, and you don't have to waste the life points to do it. Like, I understand in current Yu-Gi-Oh terms that sounds insane, like that doesn't sound good at all, but with the card pool, the very small card pool that we currently have, that's pretty good. And obviously, the more sets we get, the better. Literally the better it gets. So I'm super pumped to see where this game goes. I just think not enough people are giving it. They're not giving it enough support. They're kind of crashing it before, they see what it can do. But that was the same with Duel Links. A lot of people crashed on Duel Links until a few big names started playing it, and Billy Break was going to Nats, but he was playing it instead because they were doing it at Nationals. Like, the plan is, if they have a tournament pack for Speed Duels, I would assume they're going to eventually have regionals for Speed Duels, invites to Nationals for Speed Duels, Nationals, and Worlds for Speed Duels, and I am all for that, because instead of my money going into something like Duel Links, it's just like Duel Links, except for I can get money back. I can invest and get investments back in this. And I just think that's so much cooler. Plus, I've just been a fan of playing the game in real life. Digital, to me, is just not the same in any way, shape, or form. Believe me, I love anything that auto-plays my stuff for me, but at the same time, I feel like, going to a tournament, a legitimate locals, and playing essentially with Duel Links Yu-Gi-Oh in real life, it's just, to me, it's really cool. And Konami has definitely schooled us in the best way possible. You can't play anything that doesn't say Speed Duel on it. But I think that's really cool because now it makes cards like Sphere Karibo literally expensive. No one would care. We would all just play the rare version if it didn't matter. But I love the rule that you can play anything with Speed Duel on it only in Speed Duel, but you can play these outside in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! You just can't bring regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Into Speed Duels. So you could still play the Ultra Sphere Karibo if you were going to play it in a regular tournament. You just can't play the rare Sphere Karibo in Speed, but that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. I think a lot of people rail on this. A lot of people love railing on Konami for a lot of things. And believe me, I am definitely no substitute. I will rail on Konami all day for short prints. I hate short prints. You don't even want to get me started in short prints. But aside from that, I think Speed Duels is something that a lot of people are hating on, that they should just wait and see where it goes. I get in the beginning it's going to be slow. Duel Links in the beginning was super slow. Like, nobody... It's going to take a bit, but once people get in the hang of it, like, I think the no main phase 2 is actually way more skillful than having a main phase 2, and no one really gets what that means until they play one of these things, Speed or Duel Links. 4,000 instead of 8,000 life points makes it so that a lot of things that would suck in regular 8,000 Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually pretty broken. Swordswoman is definitely a perfect example of that. And just, obviously, the limited card pool, I don't even hate it. Like, I hate right now we only have one set in the decks. When the second pack, Fury of the Deep, I believe, comes out in May, I think we'll have a grander scale of what we're going to play. But I definitely think there's a fun level to this, and there's a competitive level to this that people aren't fully looking into. But stick with me. Stick on the road with me. This channel is going to be a lot more than just Speed Duel, but I'm going to focus a hell of a lot of it on Speed Duel because I think there is very high potential in something like this. So guys, leave a comment down below on what you think Speed Duels is going to be, whether it's going to be relevant, whether it's going to die in like a year or two, whether, Konami continues the tournament packs or whatever. Just let me know. Make sure you like, as always, and subscribe. We will 100% be pumping out videos every Monday through Thursday. So 4 videos a week minimum. If we get to more, we get to more, but we will at least have 4 a week. 1 each day of the week that's not Friday. Aside from all that, if you guys want to see more Speed Duel videos, be sure to check the link in the description. Eventually they will be there if they are not currently there already. We have plenty more Speed Duel videos coming for you, as well as regular Yu-Gi-Oh videos as well. but primarily going to be focusing on Speed Duel. So stay tuned.